very pretty.
Oh, I'm just ordinary.
Ordinary.
What if everything you thought you knew about Jennifer Connelly was only half the truth? Behind the elegance in the Oscar lies a childhood marked by pressure, sacrifice, and choices no child should face. She never chased fame, it came for her. And the path it forced her down shaped the woman and actress we see today. In this video, we reveal the surprising side of Jennifer Connelly's early life that Hollywood rarely talks about. Jennifer Lynn Connelly was born in December 1970 in Cairo, New York. Her childhood looked at first like something out of a picture book. Summers spent with the countryside stretching around her, winters in Brooklyn Heights where culture and city life colored her days. Her mother, Eileen, was an antiques dealer with an eye for history, and her father, Gerard, worked in clothing manufacturing. It was a grounded, middle-class upbringing, which was ordinary and safe. Nothing about it suggested a future as an international star. And maybe if life hadn't stepped in, she would have stayed that way. But when Jennifer was 10, a family friend noticed something different about her. A look or a quality that didn't quite fit the mold of her classmates. He suggested she try modeling. Her parents, curious, sent her photo to Ford models. And just like that, her childhood tilted on its axis. Soon she was in front of cameras, smiling for catalogs, appearing in TV commercials, even gracing magazine covers. Imagine being that young and having strangers direct every movement and expression, like you were already a product. Jennifer has admitted she didn't even watch many movies as a kid, so she wasn't chasing Hollywood dreams. It was just happening to her. Her leap into acting came fast. At 11, she was cast in Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in America. Suddenly, she was standing on sets in Italy, surrounded by film legends, pretending to be someone else while still figuring out who she was. It was bewildering and magical all at once. Then came films like Phenomena and 7 Minutes in Heaven, where she carried more responsibility on her shoulders. But it was Labyrinth that truly tested her. Starring opposite David Bowie and Jim Henson's fantasy epic, Jennifer played Sarah, a girl forced to grow up too soon in a surreal world of goblins and illusions. For Jennifer, it was beyond just a movie. It was grueling, long hours, high expectations, and the heavy responsibility of being the face of a major production when she was still just a teenager. And here's the strange twist. When Labyrinth hit theaters in 1986, it flopped. After all that work and pressure, the world didn't embrace it, at least not then. For Jennifer, it was confusing. Was this the path she was meant for, or just a series of accidents she'd been swept into? Of course, years later, the movie became a cult favorite, adored by fans who couldn't imagine anyone else in the role. But in that moment, it was just another reminder of how unpredictable Hollywood could be. As she grew older, she faced a harsher truth. Hollywood wasn't really looking at Jennifer Connelly the person. It was looking at Jennifer Connelly the image. Roles and career opportunities in The Rocketeer made her visible, but often for reasons that had little to do with acting talent. She became uncomfortably aware of being framed more as a beautiful face than a serious performer. And here's where her story takes a surprising turn. Instead of chasing fame, Jennifer stepped back. She enrolled at Yale, then Stanford, studying literature and drama. Think about that. A young actress with offers rolling in, deciding to retreat into classrooms, books, and quiet learning. How many stars at that age would have made the same choice? That decision was pivotal. It gave her perspective, depth, and a sense of control over her path. And when she returned to acting, she was no longer content with shallow scripts. In 2000, she delivered a performance that shattered every lingering stereotype about her. In Requiem for a Dream, Jennifer played Marion, a woman spiraling into addiction and despair. The performance was raw, fearless, and devastating. It was the kind of role that could ruin you emotionally, but she embraced it fully. Critics and audiences couldn't look away. Suddenly, no one was calling her just another former child star. A year later came the role that defined her career, Alicia Nash in A Beautiful Mind. It was about patience, loyalty, and empathy. the quiet strength of a woman standing beside genius in illness. Jennifer brought such sincerity to the role that when she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, it didn't feel like Hollywood rewarding beauty. It felt like Hollywood finally recognizing depth. And it was more than just a career milestone. On that set, she met Paul Bettany, who would become her husband and the father of her children. While some actors chase headlines, Jennifer built a life, carefully, privately, and on her own terms. Over the years, she's surprised audiences again and again, choosing roles sparingly, protecting her family, and guarding her own sense of self. From Snowpiercer on television to her return to the big screen in Top Gun Maverick. Jennifer keeps finding ways to evolve without losing who she is. So maybe the real surprise about Jennifer Connelly's early life is that through all of it, through the labels, expectations, and fame, she managed to grow into someone who never stopped being herself. And at the end, that can be the greatest takeaway one could get from her journey.